What are you doing, Nintendo? Like, legitimately, what are you doing with this? What's up, guys? RGT85 here, and today is a special day on the channel. It is your favorite time of the month where we take a look at the newly released NES games for the Nintendo Switch Online service. And wow, do we have some exciting games for you guys this month. Nintendo really hit it out of the park, you know, home run. No, they really didn't. But one of these games is admittedly a very good game. One of them is a game that I never heard of, and one of them honestly pisses me off. Now, of course, a lot of people are hopeful that next month during the presumed Nintendo Direct, which we covered on the channel yesterday, there's a lot of signs pointing to the fact that there will be a September Nintendo Direct, that we will finally get Super Nintendo games to sort of beef up this library. Because let's be real here, for the past few months, the Nintendo Switch Online service with the NES games has been paltry to say the least. And this month really got a lot of bad feedback for people. So let's take a look at the 3 games that we have available, and then we will check out the games and we'll play them, and I'll probably insult them and ruin your childhood. So first off, we have the 2 new games. The first game is Kung Fu Heroes, which admittedly is a game I'm not familiar with. I've never heard of this game for the NES, which is kind of strange considering I consider myself to be somewhat of an NES connoisseur. So I'm kind of looking forward to playing that game. Vice Project Doom. Now let's take a look at the box art for this. Absolutely terrible. Like, I can understand why this is a hidden gem for a lot of people, because I don't think I would have bought this game looking at the box art of this game. It just looks absolutely ridiculous. But it is a very good game, and you'll see that in the gameplay footage. And then our special edition game, where they basically just switch up a ROM a little bit, is Gradius. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, Gradius? Haven't we covered Gradius on the channel before? Isn't Gradius already on the service along with another special edition? So I decided to scroll down a little bit, take a look at some of these, and look, it's Gradius. There's already a special edition of Gradius. So this is special edition 2 of Gradius, because Gradius evidently is the greatest NES game ever, and it needs 2 special editions. Like, look, I get it. Gradius is a good game. It's a good game on the NES. It's obviously better on other platforms because of the hardware limitations of the NES. But to have 2 special editions of Gradius is absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to start out with Gradius Special Edition 2. I am using my new Pro Controller to play these games because it's very spiffy. So things are tougher the second time around. It's a more difficult loop after clearing the first 7 stages and beating the game. Oh, yay, because, you know, that's what people are really looking forward to. So yeah, it's Gradius, you know? It's you're shooting stuff from left to right, and you know, good game, like I said, but to have 2 special editions of this game when A, you have so many NES games to choose from, and B, you have first-party NES games that you can actually do some fun stuff with to make a special edition, like, oh, I don't know, maybe change up some of the, you know, character sprites and things like that, like we saw in games like NES Remix. Let's be real here, it wouldn't take all that long to do something like that. ROM hacks happen all the time. People are always making ROM hacks, so how difficult could it actually really be to, I don't know, put some time and effort into making just, you know, an interesting thing for people to play? But instead we have Gradius Special Edition of Gradius, the second special edition of Gradius. So yeah, you know, it's Gradius, it's more difficult, and you know, there's more projectiles going all over the screen. Definitely hard to play a shmup while talking, and it's a vertical shmup. I prefer horizontal shmups because, I don't know, I'm just better at them. Jesus Lord. Alright, so yeah, there we go, Gradius, awesome. Gradius Special Edition. Now let's check out Kung Fu Heroes. This is a game I know nothing about. Monsters have taken Princess Min Min and 10 treasures of the land, and people have fallen into sorrow. Only Kung Fu masters Jackie and Lee can save the princess and retrieve the treasures. Their journey will take them to 8 different castles filled with hosts of traps and obstacles. Use punches and the miracle kick to defeat the enemies. You need quick wits and lightning reflexes to make it to the last castle. Alright, so, you know, 2-player game, that's pretty cool if you got someone to play with. Of course, you can play these games online, so if you choose to do so. Interesting graphical style here. So what am I doing? Alright, we punch that dude. Punch that dude. Am I just punching dudes, or am I supposed to like be finding something? Am I supposed to go maybe to the front door of the castle here? All right. So we're punching a pink guy here, and we fell in the water. And obviously we cannot swim. We fell in the water. We died in that water because it's poisonous water, and there's snakes and alligators in there as well. You know, I can understand why. Oh, now the front door is open. All right. So I guess we solved it. Like, did I just have to defeat a certain amount of enemies? Maybe I should look at the top of the screen. Maybe it tells me how many enemies I need to defeat or something like that. Because, no, it doesn't really look like it does. All right. Now we got, okay, so PD Piranha just takes me out. And that's it. That sound effect sounded very familiar. What? I don't... Like, it's not a bad... Like, I think the character sprites are nice because they're so big, but the controls just don't feel very good. And when you punch, like, you slide up, so it feels very weird. Like, it feels very loose, the controls. What the hell? Down to 2 men left. This is great. Let me tell you, folks, when I think of top-notch NES games, I think of Kung Fu Heroes and how I've always wanted to play Kung Fu Heroes on my Nintendo Switch. You know, screw, you know, Mega Man and Castlevania being on here, Turtles, more Ninja Gaidens. No, 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 no. We needed Kung Fu Heroes. So I guess I'm solving the mysteries here by punching various things. I got some money. I'm sure that's just for a high score. Like, it would be nice if the game, like, told you what you're supposed to do. Obviously, it's an NES game, so a lot of the games from this era didn't tell you that. But I just feel like I'm just punching random dudes, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. Music's nice. I mean, the music's not bad. It's kind of catchy. We have 1 life left, and I'm not feeling very confident going into this last life. But who knows? Who knows? We shall overcome. We shall persevere because we want to see level 1-3 very, very badly. Yes, yes, we have done it. We have done it. Make our way towards the exit. Oh, no, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch, Petey Piranha. That was not fair. That was not right. And I probably will never play this game again because that just wasn't very fun. And, you know, there's no real rhyme or reason to it. I guess we could look at the demo here. Oh, that's a cool looking boss, though. Like, look at him kicking ass, though. He's just taking... The AI is doing absolutely nothing against this guy. They're just dropping lives like crazy because this boss is OP as hell. It takes up a huge chunk of lightning bolts and Viking helmets. Wow. All right, so now let's check out the actual good game in this collection, and that is Vice Project Doom. Now, this game will probably end up being on a lot of hidden gems lists, and it probably already is on a lot of hidden gems lists because it's an actual really good game. It blends a bunch of different genres together as well. Very under the radar. I'm sure the fact that the horrible box art did not help. We got this cool little cutscene here going on, so we got to take him down nice and easy. And the game starts out with a top-down perspective shooting stage, which, like I said, you know, there's a bunch of different genres in this game. There's side-scrolling levels that are like action platforming levels. You got stuff like this. So really good variety of stuff here with this game. And, you know, it's a shame that this has to be the big game for the month just because I think a lot of people have never heard of this game. And, you know, I guess that's one of the cool things about the Nintendo Switch's NES Online service is that people can learn about games they're unfamiliar with. And that's one of the benefits of it, but like there's no reason for 2 new Gradiuses, you know, for 2 special edition Gradiuses. 1 is arguably enough, you know, that's debatably more than what it needs, but 2 of them, it's just like, what are you doing here? And, you know, Kung Fu Heroes, like, that game, God, you know, maybe there's a big fan base for it. I'm sure if there is a big fan base for it, I will hear about it in the comments down below. But, you know, just for me, it's like we need the Super Nintendo stuff. We need a breath of fresh air with this, you know, subscription service because it's been almost a year and everything is just paltry. It's paltry. But this game is good. I'm having fun playing some Vice Project Doom. I actually don't own this physically. I think it's kind of an expensive game now just because of the fact that, and you can see here, now we're in a side-scrolling stage, and like really good graphics. Like it got some scrolling going in the background with the water effects. The character animations are very, very fluid, and you know the combat is fun as well. I died. That was nice. All right, let's try that again. You know, I'm saying, you know, Vice Project Doom, I'm trying to be nice here. You know, I'm enjoying your game, and then you give me some cheap platforming death. Oh, I see. So it has some cracks in the platform. I should have noticed that. I should have noticed that. This is an NES game overall. Imagine fighting some dudes and they're just jumping up and down like that at you. Like, that would be really weird. If I ever get in a fight again, I'm going to try that mechanism. Just jumping up and down randomly and see what it does. Oh, got a little challenge here. All the platforms are breaking. it's not an easy game. You know, it's an NES game. It's tough, but it's definitely a fun game. And you know, if there's one silver lining this month, and there's really not, you know, all that much greatness with this month, definitely Vice Project Doom is that silver lining. I highly suggest you play this game. You know, there's really no reason to play the other Gradius version because it's just Gradius but a little more difficult. And Kung Fu Legends, Kung Fu Heroes, whatever the hell the name of that game was, that can go burn in a fire. But this is a fun game. So these are the NES games of the month. Nintendo, what the hell are you doing? You know, include some better games, include some Super Nintendo games. People have waited long enough for Super Nintendo games. It's just ridiculous now. It is absolutely ridiculous. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know every month you guys look forward to checking out my thoughts and impressions on the new NES games. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think of these games. Will you be checking out any of these games? Do you have any fond attachments to these games? Mitch, what do you think of the NES games for this month? They're kind of crappy. All right, thank you, Mitch. Once again, a valuable asset to this channel. I don't know how this channel would grow without you. And as always, be sure to check out other videos on the channel. We've been doing lots of videos lately, a lot of cool stuff coming out of Gamescom. And as always, I will catch you guys on the next video. Later.